And I just want to remind everybody that Dr. Jerry Green is here with me, and it's different for him because he's on the radio 24 hours, 7 days a week. And I just wanted to bring you here, not only to honor you, but to let others know that may not know about the things that you've been doing for decades.
Okay.
So I really, really want to just let you tell everybody a little bit about your history first, because I know about the radio store and all things like that. But a lot of people might not know about Dixwell Avenue back in the day.
Oh yeah, back in the good old days. I call it the happy days.
Happy days.
Well, I started. My father, he was an entrepreneur. Started a business back in 1962. That go way back. And at that time, I was 8 years old, and I started when he started his business. As a kid, I was working with him. So that's how I got the love for music.
Yes.
Right. And my brother, of course, it was a family-owned business called B&L Record Shop. And then we moved to 75 Dixwell, and my father's business really just blew up as far as selling R&B music.
Yes.
At that time, the Motown sound was just coming in with Berry Gordy. So, we had a chance. We was a part of that era when Motown was real big. James Brown and everything. So R&B was big at the time. So B&L became probably the first and only black-owned record store in Connecticut that was real big. So I had an opportunity to learn the music industry.
Yes.
To meet most of the celebrities at that time.
Wow.
A lot of shows came down to New Haven Arena at that time. So we had an opportunity, to really be a part of the community when it came to music. So then after my father's store closed in 77, I got into radio. I started at WYBC around 1982. And I was on the Spectrum 94 at that time with Bill Christmas, and we had Kendall Tyson and Bob McCormick. We had some fun. So I did radio there for about 5 years. Then in 84, I became a Christian. Then I got into gospel music.
There we go.
All right. And I started working at WNHC and WFIF. Matter of fact, I got hired the same day at both stations.
Wow.
Yeah. So God opened that door, and I started doing gospel radio and started doing it ever since. Still on YBC with Sweet Sounds of Praise on Sundays.
And that's AM. See, what was that?
WNAC was AM.
Was AM.
Yeah.
Wow. It was AM.
Yeah, that was
1340. Wow.
I started on College Street. Then we went over to Whaley Avenue with Lenny Green and Dan Boston. We had some fun.
There's some serious history there.
Yeah, yes.
I think a lot of people don't know that history about New Haven too, and that's why I'm really glad that you're here, because you're going to bring that to light for some people. And changing lifestyle, R&B to gospel, and that time I could imagine was just amazing to have that fulfillment.
Well, it was, to me, it was more like a calling.
Yes.
Right, because it wasn't nothing I was planning.
Yeah.
because I was really into what I was. My dream was the WBLS. Big time radio, R&B, and God had another plan for me.
Of course.
So once God made that call, and I tell folks, my experience was similar. Not saying like Paul, but Saul when he was traveling to Damascus.
Yes.
Mine was similar because I wasn't even thinking about traveling, the road of gospel. And the Lord just shined his light on me, and I just felt this movement. My mother bought me a Bible one time for Christmas. And I said, bought me a Bible, and they started having Bible studies and invited me to come to Bible study.
Yes.
And that's when God started operating in my life.
And
then before I knew it, I was saved. Saved. And
there's nothing like it.
But one thing I always knew when I got saved, I was going to still be doing gospel. I was going to be a gospel radio announcer. That's one thing I never had any doubt.
Yeah.
I was going to get back in the rig. At that time, when I got saved, I got off the radio for a while because I had to find myself, what God wanted me to do.
Yes.
But I always knew that I was going to do gospel radio. And I told you that same day, WNAC and WFIF, they called me the same day to come in.
See, there you go. You knew it.
That was God.
You knew it, and it was all God. And it's amazing because I thank you, because the music really can indemnify people. It brings you back to whole.
Right.
in the midst of all things. I mean, even at services and homegoings and things like that, the songs are things that really heal.
Yes.
And I can imagine. So when did you start? When did Sweet Sounds of Praise start?
Sweet Sounds of Praise started with Miss Vivian Oliver.
Mm-hmm.
That was her name, Vivian Oliver. That started probably because I went to YBC around 82.
Mm-hmm.
I think she started that almost around the same time.
Mm.
But it was only a half-hour show at first.
Oh, really?
She only had 30 minutes. Then she went from 30 to 1 hour. Then after she left, then it still went on. Other people was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Then when Juan came,
Mm-hmm.
Juan took it from I think 6 to 12.
Mm-hmm.
Then I can't think of another guy named. He was a Yale student.
Mm-hmm.
He was program director.
Mm-hmm.
He asked me because I went back over to YBC after NAC got bought out, and he asked me, Jerry, would you be willing to do a 3 to 6?
Mm.
I said, yeah, why not?
Of course.
Right, they expanded, and that's how it went from 6 to 12. Then we did 12 to 3 and 3 to 6.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so yeah. So,
And here we are with a full day.
Full day of
and
gospel.
Listen, it's amazing because I'm just back and forth sometimes, and I'm going, okay. So now I have 2 phones. It's just one of those situations where, like, look, I'm gonna listen. Then of course, we have our service, and you are one of the wonderful, wonderful leaders in ministry at Rock Tabernacle Ministries.
Praise
And
God.
I've learned a lot from you. We've learned so much from our pastor.
That's right.
And
Giving glory to God.
let me tell you, it is amazing to have, as he says, Bible believing, Bible teaching.
That's right.
And, I grew up, and a lot of times people will go to churches and the pastor's just talking and not substantiating it with
Right.
Bible verses.
Right.
But there is no way. And I always hear it in my ear. It's not me saying this, because, it's kind of one of the things that pastor always says. No. Listen, you don't have to listen to me. You don't have to hear me. Here it is,
Right, it's in the
black
word.
and white.
It's in the word,
And,
right.
That's the way we're taught, and that's the way, we teach.
Right.
I teach here. You teach, on your radio station. And it's amazing because when you had, I want to know what was the thought process for WJRG, Connecticut's 24-hour gospel.
Okay, well, first of all, getting back to our pastor.
Let's go back to pastor.
Let me just say, first of all, everybody should have a spiritual leader.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I call Pastor Miller a lot on certain things. And
Mm-hmm.
if I'm going to do something, I just want his spiritual approval or
Mm-hmm.
spiritual advice,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because it's good to have a spiritual leader. It's good to
Yes.
have a doctor. It's good to have a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to have a dentist.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to have a barber. Whatever
Mm-hmm.
you need
Mm-hmm.
in life, you get
Yeah.
everything set up in your life
Yeah.
that you have. And for my household,
Mm-hmm.
we got to have a spiritual leader.
Yes.
And so that's why I applaud Pastor Miller and First Lady Miller,
Mm-hmm.
because those are my spiritual leaders.
Yes.
And far as the radio, like I told you, my dad, he was an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always believed in owning your own,
Yes.
having your own. It's
Yes.
good to be on WIBC. It's good to be on WNAC or any of these other stations. But to have your own,
Yes.
I can do what I want to do. I
Yes.
can do my sports show. I can do a talk show. I
Yes.
can do whatever I want to do.
Yes.
And like I said, that's the purpose of it. And also mine is for more marketing and promotion.
Mm-hmm.
Because, for example, if I have an artist from Connecticut that I want someone in Texas to play,
Yes.
or Georgia or Boston or Philly or Chicago, because I know a lot of radio announcers from around the country.
Yeah.
All right. I got a station too. So if you got an artist in Chicago you want me to play,
Yes.
I can play it on my station.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to go through another program.
Yes.
I can play it directly on my station.
Yeah.
So to have your own is very important.
Yeah. It's
Because,
very, very important.
like I tell folks, WIBC is not ours. I mean, it belongs to Yale.
Yes.
No matter
Yeah,
how you
yeah,
slice it
yeah.
or dice it, it's
Yeah.
not ours.
Yeah.
All right. With mine, if I want to have a show every day of the week, I can have one.
Yes. And
So,
it's amazing because
It's being an entrepreneur.
you pay those things that you really don't forget gospel, but it comes to your remembrance, some of the things. Sometimes I'll be listening, I'll be like, oh, I heard that in a long time. You turn things up that, you remember when.
Right.
It's just like with R&B. You turn things up, remember when. But you turn things up, remember when, in a positive light. And the song will take you where you need to go.
Right.
But
But one of the things that people got to understand, and anything you do is the work part.
Mm-hmm.
See, people don't want to put the work in.
No.
A lady called me from Atlanta one time, and she asked me she wanted to start a radio station.
Mm-hmm.
My first question to her was, what are you going to do for 24 hours a day, every day? Right? Do you have enough material, right, that you can do a 24-hour station every day? Right? We're not playing the same music.
Yes.
Right? She's at that point, I never thought about that. That's just like I'm looking at doing television. I have my own Wuku channel, but I ask myself the same question: what am I going to do for 24 hours a day, every day? I could do music. I got enough music, man. I got so much music that I didn't have any. I only maybe start scratching the surface. But now television, what are you going to do for 24 hours a day? That's the next question.
No, without rinse and repeating, I call it. Without rinse and repeating.
And then you got to put the work in. How are you going to work it? Do you have the time to do it?
And staying with the current times, the things that are needed and following God's lead.
That's right.
Because a lot of times, we're hard-headed. Sometimes we don't want to listen. And then when we finally listen, we realize, oh, okay, so this is what I should have been doing, even though I did this. So when it comes to, like, even in this show, I allow people to have their own voice. I usually do reverse interview.
Okay.
I didn't feel like it was necessary with you because you and I, we sat in classes together.
That's right.
We sat in classes together, and I've learned from you so often that it's like, okay, I know the questions that I would like people to, know the answers to, but I know that it's going to be a quick 50 minutes. I'll be like, wait, we're done, and I'm not done, that type of thing. So when it comes to WJRG, before we continue there, I kind of wanted to get into Hollerback Awards and the showcases.
Okay.
So when you started with this station, it's the station that's out in West Haven, right? Bullhead Lane.
Yeah, the music back then.
I can never remember.
Yeah, music back then performing studio. It's a studio that my friend started. Him and his wife Gladys, and when he came to me and said, "Jerry, listen, I'm going to open up this studio." All right, and I said, "Wow, that's a great idea." So I told him, I said, "Whatever I do, I'll make sure I do it there in West Haven, because he's a brother trying to make it."
Yeah.
So I believe in support, not own. So basically, I'm trying to get people, if they can see my showcases, and my showcase be successful, then at the same token, they'll look around and say, "This is a nice facility." And they can bring their shows or whatever they want to do there. 'Cause we're looking at doing a Motown thing at his place.
Oh, I like that. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
It is a beautiful place.
Yeah.
I haven't been. I will be there Saturday. I'll be late, but I will be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So even with Hollerback, we started that, me and Tony Pearson, and that went back about 17 years ago. And we started small, all right? And it grew. I want to see if we're going to do it next year. I'm not quite sure. But, we just love to bring in, give people, have a chance to have fun. I want people to know in Christ,
oh, yes,
you can have just as much fun as you can have in the world.
In the clubs.
All right? You can have just as much fun.
Yeah.
That's why even when I do sports, people like sports. I want people to, that's why I want to get my pastors involved.
Yes.
I want people to see that you can have fun in Christ. It ain't like God got a baseball bat over your head and ready to knock you in the head.
Nope.
No, he wants you to have enjoy
Yeah.
life. He's like, he came to give you life more abundantly and have fun.
I'm coming for you guys. I'm coming with my Cowboys. You guys are ready. Be ready.
Come on. Cowboys looking good too.
I'm coming with my Cowboys.
They're looking good. You got to keep it up. It's the playoffs coming. But like I said, that's all about having fun. Got to have fun in this lifetime.
Yeah.
Because that's what God wants us to do.
I never understood the concept. People think that it's not fun. I think that because of some ways that we have been raised.
Yeah.
And I was mentioning to you earlier, like just having someone substantiate everything they're saying when they're teaching us with Bible scriptures. And I just have so much enjoyment on Sundays because I know I'm going to get the raw word, I call it.
Right, okay.
The raw word coming straight from, pastor and then substantiated with the scriptures. And I really think that you are one of those people too. I listen to WJRG and I go, listen to Jerry, listen to him. You heard what he said? He's talking to you, He's talking to you. And it's just, with the station and the Hollerback Awards. How long have you been doing the Hollerback Awards?
16 years.
16 years. It's been 16 years too. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And some of the people that you've honored and had, I've always I'm going to tell you the story real quick, and it'll be quick. I went on the Tom Joyner cruise, and the first night was, of course, gospel night.
Yep.
And Shirley Caesar, of course, is there. And you realize that you're on a boat with these people, and they can't go anywhere.
Right.
So the next morning, not only do I have like Jennifer Lewis in the line with me in her pajamas and a robe, but I sit down and I look on the side of me, and there's Shirley Caesar in Jamaica with me, sitting across from me, talking to me. Like, you realize that these artists are people.
They're people.
And
right.
We're having the conversation. I call my mom on the phone, and my mom starts crying, and then we lose connection. And it's just amazing to know that these artists are out here, and they are ministering to us.
That's right.
They are
That's right.
people. We look up to them. And you always say, when you're teaching us, that you have to walk it. Because you can't be right. telling nobody something and you're not doing it.
That's right.
And with the Holler Back Awards, we see that. With the showcases, we see that.
Right. And also, I got to applaud Pastor Donald Moore's with Gospel Fest, because I've been working with him for 25 years. I mean, we just had a big Gospel Fest back in August. Right?
Yeah, well,
with Jacqueline Carr.
I'm always there doing my security thing.
I know, and that's big, because we was together last night and talking about it, and it's something that we enjoy doing. I mean, and then again, it's a legacy that you want to leave. See, all of us going to leave some kind of legacy when we leave here.
Yes,
it's up to you. It's up to you how you destine yours.
Yes,
all right. Mine's I take very serious. I want people to remember me as Jerry Green was somebody that tried to help people, try to bring in entertainment. Right, he was a serious guy, but the same token, he was a lovable guy that loved people. All right, no nonsense. I mean, I don't have time because I'm not gonna stoop on somebody's level because they're on that level. Truth. All right, either come to my level or we can still be friends. Yeah. But the same token, like I said, it's just a matter of you're representing Christ. Yes. In what we do, especially in gospel. I want people to see a light that they can say, "Wow, man, he represented Christ the best way he could." Yes. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So that's basically it. Yeah.
You got to watch the walk. Watch the walk. Live in love and kindness. It's, loving your enemy and loving your neighbor, and, just following the commandments and just working through it. Nobody's perfect. And,
no, nobody's perfect.
I always say, and we always say, I should say, you, Pastor, myself, and a few other people who I know at RTM and other places, no one has a heaven or hell to put you in.
That's right.
So you have to live with you.
That's right.
And we had the conversation about choices. So you have to make the correct choices.
And there's nothing wrong being nice. No, right? I mean, it don't cost a dime to be nice to somebody. Right? I mean, they could be mean to you. Yes. All right. And you could ignore the meanness of people. Yes. Sometimes if people be mean, you ain't got to deal with that person. No. Especially if we don't live together, I ain't got to deal with you.
Walking away is so much easier. Yeah. It's so much better for your spirit too,
Right. So don't get caught up in that. Just keep doing what you're doing. No. And people will be watching you eventually.
Yeah. And I posted not too long ago, I was telling people, I said, I didn't understand why everybody's so angry. If you have faith and believe in something besides yourself, God for us.
That's right.
Then why are you angry about things? Like, anger takes a lot of energy.
That's right. That's right.
And trust me, we all get angry, but when you come back, you realize, wait, it really was not that serious.
That's right.
So when you make your choices.
But really, be honest with you, I was watching this movie called Bronx Tale, and the guy suddenly said, nobody cares. I mean, but I understood what he was saying. Nobody cares anyway. No. I mean, the bottom line, you can have all the wars you want, because you can't take it with you. No. And nobody really cares. So don't take life so serious.
No. And acclimates and certificates, you can paint your wall with stuff, but it's the same thing.
Right.
Inside.
Right.
What's inside? Yeah. What's inside? Yeah.
So don't take it that serious. Where life is beautiful.
It is.
Enjoy it, but don't take it that serious. Where people don't care. Honestly.
And people stressing themselves out to death.
Yeah.
To death, like really stressing themselves out to death.
Because you could drop dead, they'll come to your service, and like Pastor Miller said, they'll eat.
After Pastor always says that.
After the service, and you're forgotten. They might think about you for about a week. After that, they go. Your family, they still be mourning. But other people, they move on with their life. And why take life why take it that serious? Because nobody really cares that point.
After the service is the hard part.
Yeah. So don't get all stressed out over it, folks. And please,
Yeah.
You know, just like Saturday, it's going to be a nice show.
Yes.
I know it's going to be. I don't count the numbers. I don't care about all that. As long as the show is nice.
Yes.
I don't take nothing personal.
Listen,
I don't take it personal.
Two, but I'm sure it'll be more than that. But I don't.
I'm
take
just saying,
two.
but I don't take it personal.
Yeah. No.
You can't take it personal because
Life on life. People have life on life's terms things, and we have to respect that. And people come when they can. And again, it's choices. Sometimes people just, make the choices too cold. We're in New England. I haven't figured that out yet. There's something about the cold and the rain and the snow. I'm like, we've been in New England. We chose New England all our lives, and we still blame the snow and rain and stuff. But guess what? That's your choice.
That's a choice. But it goes beyond that. But, if someone really want to do something, they'll find a way to do it.
Yep.
All right? They'll find a way to do it. So that's why you can't take it
Priority.
personal. Right. You can't take it personal. You just got to keep doing what you're doing and just have fun doing it. Because if whoever's for you is for you, who's not is not. Just that simple.
Yep.
All right?
Well, your priorities really do help a lot of people. And
thank you.
Just in general, I know a lot of artists have leaned on you that are local artists that are really, really doing a lot of things now. And I mentioned to you about Forever, like, in the beginning, just being there in the beginning and letting somebody go. Give me some artists that you've worked with that.
Wow.
Just some.
From Connecticut?
Yeah, from Connecticut or anywhere.
Tyrese Hall, the Golden Stars, Forever, like you said. Soul Temple. I worked with them big time with my man Jerry Brunson and all them. Kurjama, I helped them out. Lisa Bellamy Fluker and her husband William. I work with them. I mean, play the music on the radio.
Yes, of course.
All of my play on the radio. Sylvia Jones, she just lost her dad. Send my condolences to her family.
Condolences.
Her father's service is Wednesday. She was supposed to sing Saturday, but she had to postpone because of that. I work with her. I work with the Mighty Ones.
I had the Golden Voices
Souls.
on my show.
Okay, the Golden Voice.
They were at my house.
Golden
It's
Voices,
so amazing. Yeah.
I work with all of them. Junior Fountain out of Bridgeport. I work with Kevin Monroe in Devotion. I did them all.
Yes.
I did them all.
Yes.
Can't no artist in Connecticut say Jerry Green didn't help him one time or another.
Listen.
Not one.
And that's
right? I mean, now the
amazing.
First thing I tell them now, if you bring your music, I got to have good quality.
Yes.
And I can't put it on the Billboard chart. But
well, your sternness is probably one of the reasons why they come to you. Your sternness and your direction, because it works.
Right.
It really works if you listen.
Right.
Yeah. And I know.
And even with the showcase is designed for the artist, not for me. Right. Like I tell the artist, this is your platform.
Yes.
I'm not performing, you're performing. So I mean, people they're coming to see you. I mean, I might have my name as the headline, but they're coming to see you perform.
Yeah.
All right. So don't look at it as my event. It's your event.
Yes.
All right. Because it's funny. This artist out of she lives in Atlanta. And she put on Facebook one time about promoters don't want to pay the artists. They don't want to pay the artists what they want, and that's why I don't want to go out. So I hit her back.
Yeah, like,
I knew her not personally, but played her music over the years, and when we both know each other from Facebook. So I said to her, being a promoter, I said, you gotta ask yourself a question. I said, because the promoter job is to make money.
Yes.
Or not to lose money, put it like that. So ask yourself a question. Look in the mirror and say, well, people, will they come to pay to see me sing? Will they come pay $25 or $20 to come hear me sing? Now that stopped it right there in their tracks.
Yeah.
Because a promoter wants to get a bang for his buck. All right? Am I right or wrong?
Yes, promoting anything.
So before you blame the promoter, ask yourself that question. Will people come to see me perform? All right? Can I put people in the seats? See, that's why a guy like LeBron James.
So you have the quality to promote.
That's why a person like LeBron James or whatever make all the money he makes in the NBA because when he put people in the seats. Now the other person on the bench, he might make maybe $1 million. All right, LeBron might make $50 million. But what? LeBron put people in the seats.
LeBron is going to put the people in the seats.
Ask yourself that question before you blame the promoter.
Yes.
The promoter, I would love it. I ain't got a problem bringing somebody in if you can make me some money.
Yes.
If you can make me no money. No,
yeah. So
don't blame
the promoter.
Remember,
promotion is promotion.
It's promotion.
That's not the work.
That's right.
That needs to be done to get the people in the seats, like you say.
Right.
You know, and it's
that's why I told you with my station, WJRG.
Yes.
It's marketing and promotion. I can do what I want to do.
Yes.
Right. And I look at it, Marcy, just like you on the radio.
Yeah.
You got Tom. I think you mentioned Tom Joyner one time on the cruise. Yeah. Tom Joyner. Let's say Stephen A. Smith, Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, Bobby Jones, Michael Jordan. I'm just using names.
Yeah.
And I throw my name in there, Jerry Green. See, you're building a brand.
Yes. Of course.
So once you build a brand, that brand can go anywhere.
Yes.
You're not limited to one station.
Yeah.
It's your name you're building up.
Yeah.
You might work for a station or work here, but you really you're building a brand.
Yeah, and you want people to tune in according to knowing that there's going to be a quality on the other side because that name is there.
Exactly.
You know, that name is there. Like you say, this it's not their show. This is not my show. This is the community's show.
Right.
And it just happens that, there are people that really, really come for the person that I'm speaking with.
That's right.
So if I say, I'm going to have this person on my show and this is the followers and I do the promotion. You see, like I'm everywhere. I'm putting it in everybody's group. I'm putting it on pages. I literally send out 30 text messages before each show to people that I know would be interested and share. Might not even remember to tune in. And if I didn't.
That's right. You got to. I do the same thing. You get my text. I mean, I be sending text.
Definitely. I get your text messages. I go up on it. No, and, I send it right out too.
And I send a lot of folks too. That way, at least I know they got to respond, but I know they got it.
Yes. Yep.
Right.
And I listen, and using my name and having people respect the name. You have to, like you said, walk so people are going to respect your name. Right. And it's time to pay the bills. You are listening to MarceyLynn once again on WNHHLP 103.5 FM, New Haven Independence Community Radio. Again, I have Dr. Jerry Green, WJRG. I like the way you say it. Connecticut's number one
gospel internet radio station.
There we go. Connecticut's number one gospel internet radio station.
That's right.
And we're talking about his history in New Haven and in general and gospel and promoting and just a lot of things. I call us serial promoters, serial God workers. We do a lot of everything. We put our hands in a lot of stuff. So he is one of those people. And I wanted to take a minute to get into the showcases and the reason behind the showcases. We already discussed that. But this showcase that you have annually, is this how many years is this now with this Christmas, the toy drive?
Oh yeah, this is the going on year number 3.
3, yep.
Yes.
So the toy drive is different from most of the other showcases. Yes.
Well, basically the showcase, like I told you, it's a way that the artists can get recognition. All right. And I'm just trying to build a platform in Connecticut where the artist can feel, wow, he has a showcase.
Yes.
And I get a chance to, because a lot of people, you can make all the CDs you want, or you can make all the music, but if nobody know about, it's like the Bible. If nobody hear your song, it don't mean anything.
Yes.
You just recorded the song and it's sitting on the shelf. I give them opportunity that people can come out and you can display what you're doing. That's what the showcase is all
about.
The toy drive is just to be a blessing to a needy child.
Yes.
And there's so many people that's in need.
It's amazing.
Today. Yeah. And we as Christians, we need to step up much as we can.
And Toys for Tots is overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Toys for Tots is overwhelmed. I don't know, Harry, if you have the flyer, if you could put it up. This showcase this year, it's amazing. The lineup is amazing.
Yeah, but we have Pastor David Wright. He's coming in from New York. He's the pastor. He's the son of the late Timothy Wright, right? Who passed. His father passed away some years ago, but he's carrying on his dad's legacy.
Yes,
David Wright. So he's coming up tomorrow with his bus. Saturday with his bus. Then we have Lisa and her husband William Fluker. They're going to be performing. They're going to do a couple Christmas sets. I have brother Tom Codell. He's going to be singing. I have Clarence Atkinson and the Vision Music Group for my quartet lovers. They're going to get the place rocking a little bit. Then I have Melissa Jackson. She's another new artist, more like a praise and worship singer. Okay. So we have a good lineup, and we're going to be giving away a nice flat screen television. Pastor Miller, the church is going to do that. And also our sponsors is Dr. Roberta Hosky is one of our sponsors, and Bishop Steve Benjamin from the Power the Stand Outreach Ministries in Hampden.
Shout out to Roberta Hosky.
Yeah. So there are sponsors, for the show. So I'm looking forward to a great time. Like I said, it's all in the spirit of fun.
And I love that way that you have multiple flyers for the showcase. So, that's one thing you have to understand about a promoter. It's the way you promote. One flyer is going to catch someone it might not catch You know,
Right.
the other flyer with a lot of information, somebody might just look at that and go, okay. But then you have shortened flyers that
Yep.
you know people will look at. And the primary thing is make sure that you just stop wherever and just grab a toy and bring
Yep.
it unwrapped. You know, breathe that blessing to someone.
Yeah.
You know, breathe that
Yeah.
blessing to someone. And I know that we always have a lot of things that we do our church as far as like the boxes and things like that. But this right here is a major part of something that we do. We bring our toys and we support your showcases as often as we can.
I appreciate it.
I really
do. I appreciate being on your show today too.
I didn't know if Harry had heard me. If you could put the flyers up for the showcase on Saturday, I appreciate it. If you could see them, I had sent him so many things.
Yeah.
You have so much going on. I got a picture of you from Sweet Sounds of Praise.
Okay.
I sent him the WJRG. I sent him a whole bunch of different.
Okay.
I was like,
Okay.
I want all this. That's why I said I want to learn how to do it, but then I know me, so
You gotta learn.
I have to learn it. I really do have to learn it. It is really good.
It'll be like my guys. They
I'll
just
stop by.
come in and talk and
I'm gonna
they leave. You know, but
stop by and learn from you too,
Okay,
so that
okay,
way I can surprise. That's what I learned from Jerry.
Yeah.
I learned from Jerry.
like I said, I mean, you know, you want to be well rounded, especially in radio. Because I just enjoy, honestly, when I was engineering more than talking. Because I used to do, people had talk shows. I did the same he did, and we had like sometimes they might have like 8 guests in the studio, and I had to make sure all of them the mic breaks was on and everything. And I really enjoyed
because
that.
I've been there when there was like.
Cause once you learn the
11,
board,
14.
once you learn the board, the talking part is easy. 'Cause you can learn all that. And I mean, boom.
Yeah.
Oh man, that board is something else, man. Once you learn that, you got it going, man.
And you know the size of the board at the church. I'm still Jamal. You know, he's always running upstairs in the middle of service trying to fix something that
got you.
you know I've done. I'm like, I don't know, but it's so the technical part of your job is. Tell me about running a radio. I just want to know like the intricacies of running a station. I know you already said that you have to have the content, but besides the engineering, just some of the thoughts that have come to you, things that might be coming, especially for next year.
Well, to run any station is work. You got to do that. And the beauty of my station and probably every other station, I could do mine from my phone.
Really?
I could change my programming. I could change the program right now.
That's wonderful.
I could change it from my phone. Just log into it and go into my
Technology has
Yeah.
evolved. I could probably
Yeah,
I'd probably be able to do the phone easier.
Yeah, no, and I'm saying if I got to change my program right now, I can change it from my phone.
Oh,
All right, then I got the studio in Hampden. I can do it from my house,
Yep.
home. Like I said, do it from my phone. Or
Yeah.
I can do it. Certain things I can't do from the phone.
Yes.
I might need a laptop.
Yes.
But the bottom line, I can do it from my office. The station in Hampden.
Yes.
I can do live radio from my house. All right, then when I'm on the road, if I want to change something, I can change it from my phone. So,
That's amazing.
yeah, but you still gotta you gotta put the information in. And every night I'm always doing something. I'm downloading something. 'Cause that's the work part.
Yeah.
That people don't see.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm always apologizing to Harry because I'm sending him something last minute, and he's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. It happens." Patience. Oh, the pictures that I sent
Okay.
you. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. All right. Oh, I thought I sent them to you by text, but that's okay. So the showcase, the details of the showcase this weekend, how to reach you.
Yes. Okay, we have a number you can call, 203-875-0520. That's my business line. Just give me a call, and anybody looking for tickets or just want to be a vendor or just be a part of the showcase, I'm open for that. 203-875-0520. That's the business line.
Okay.
The doors are going to open at 5 o'clock. Yes, www.wjrgradio.com. No, wjrgradio.com.
Yeah. So the website, the application. Yeah, there's an app too. So if you want to put the app on your phone,
if you want to
definitely
download the app is free. You can go to your Play Store or your Apple Store and just download WJRG. The app is free.
Yeah, and I actually have it on the promotion for this show as well. So if you go back to the show, if you're watching live, you can always go back, and I always have to ask Harry and listen to us everywhere and see us on NewHavenIndependent.org or on New Haven Independent's Facebook page for the show. And then WJRG has
A free app.
a free app. It's WJRG.com, right?
For the app?
For your
For the radio.
Yeah, for the radio.
WJRG Radio.
Harry got it up.
Yep, there you go, right
yeah.
here.
So there's your website there. It's beautiful.
The website, yes.
I haven't seen the website in a minute because I'm always on the app. So, but yeah, he's at Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. But when I tell you, I know a lot of people are like serious Kirk Franklin, but I'm like WJRG is going to give you some stuff that you may have had it in your data bank, but have forgotten to.
Well, one thing I take pride in always, because even on Sweet Sounds of Praise,
Yes.
I program the music every Sunday.
Yes.
I've been doing that for the last probably 20 years on YBC every Sunday. All the songs you have on Sundays, I program that music.
Yes.
I take pride in music.
Yes.
All right, so even my station, I like Kirk Franklin's station, but when it comes to music, he can hire me as his music director, and I'll give him some great music.
Music.
Because music, see, in any station, even when I was at WNAC, I programmed their music, gospel. So music is important. People love music.
Yes.
I mean, they want to hear music more than they want to hear us talking. So you give them something good, I mean, real good music, they're going to listen.
Yeah. And the thing about it is that there's some songs, what do you call that? The static? Some songs. So I'm like, there's some songs, they so old, you got to get some static in it. It's like, those are songs I really, really, I could see, that kitchen cleaning thing. It's like, oh, mama's got us in the kitchen cleaning. I'm just paying attention to our time because Harry's going to be giving me fingers in a few. But just making sure to pay attention to our time. But thank you, Harry. I appreciate that. And I'm always one of those people that I send him stuff, but I send it on so many different avenues. Sometimes I apologize that it wasn't there. But so I had the picture of Sweet Sounds of Praise of you, and then the WJRG, and then I had all the reflyers I think there are for the showcase this weekend.
Yeah.
And then I had some previous showcases. Tell me about some of the artists that you've had at the Hollerback Awards.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my
Hollerback,
goodness.
we had...
I'm telling you.
We had the Queen of Gospel, Shirley Caesar, of course. We had C.C. Winans. We had Pastor William Murphy. We brought in Byron Cage. We brought in Jason Nelson. We brought in Jacqueline Carr. Leandria Johnson, made a song with Donald Lawrence. We had some big names.
Yeah.
We had some big names. And but like I told you, Marcy, it's about legacy and giving people something that they won't forget.
I want to do stuff that I know my granddaughter will be doing later.
Okay.
I want to make sure she's the main female at the Gospel Fest security.
Right, no, I got you. Because somebody that, let's say, came to see Shirley Caesar, that's one thing they're always going to remember. And they're going to say, yeah, Hollerback brought Shirley Caesar in. So you're leaving something behind where people can remember. And you want to engrave it in them. Where, hey, I mean, even like with Gospel Fest, I mean, people came to the park and they saw Jacqueline Carr, they saw Donnie McClurk. They're not going to forget that.
Yeah. Yeah, and with me, it's like...
Because I can go all the way back when I met the Delphonics, I'm talking about way back in the 60s. I mean, I met James Brown, the Temptations. I'll never forget that. Right? I mean, because that's just something that you just not going to forget.
Yeah. It's
right?
different. And you said New Haven Arena. Where was that located?
That was on Grove Street.
On Grove Street.
On Grove, yeah.
Wow.
James Brown used to come there way back. I was a kid back then.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I'll just say certain things. Just like, for example, I took my son and my daughter to see Michael Jordan.
Yes.
Right? Before he won his first championship at the Garden.
Oh, wow.
They will always remember, right? I took him to see Michael Jordan. Right? I took my son to see the late Kobe Bryant. When we went all the way up to the Nets game. Right? I didn't know he was a Kobe Bryant. I went to see Shaq, but he went to see Kobe.
You went to see Kobe.
I did not know until after that he was in love with Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
But my point I'm saying, he'll always remember that Dad took him to do it. See Kobe Bryant.
Do things.
That's what I'm saying. So people don't forget, right?
Yeah.
It's stimulate them. So, I mean, and that's how it is with a concert or a show.
It's funny because you say that. I'm thinking about taking my daughter to see Janet Jackson and her not being as excited as I was. And I realized, I'm like, wait, her era is not Janet Jackson. Why? I'm excited because she doesn't understand. So once I found out who she was excited about, I sent her because I was just like, I don't know if I want to go to that one, but I'll let you go.
Just like doing radio. I mean, you build your clientele, you build a name for yourself. People, they're not going to forget you. Right?
No.
They're not going to. I mean, unless you want to fly by nights person, but you're doing it. If you had a a little. I don't care if the legacy is short.
Yeah.
The brain will never forget.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It won't.
When certain thing that's engraved in that,
Yes.
always gonna come back and say, I remember I heard Jerry Green on Marcy show. Back December what's the date? 14th.
14th, yeah.
2023.
Yeah.
They might remember the date.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I heard Jerry Green on Marcy show.
Yeah. Well, see, I want people to be able to remember that this is something that will be etched in stone. So down the road, you can go, oh, I could just go to this show from this year to see my grandmother, my grandfather, my uncle.
Right.
Or matter of fact, let's get their words, because now we're in that digital age where we can keep the words.
That's right.
I remember back when I used to have my mom record stories for my daughter in the book. Remember the books that they came out? They were a big thing.
Yep.
And now you could do that anywhere.
So all over. You got the phone now.
But,
everything on the phone.
Everything's on the phone. I mean, I remember beepers, and when I say beepers, like, where's this beeper? I said, you go to payphone. I show somebody a payphone. What's that? And now you got to have a credit card to use payphone. So just.
But look how technology grew.
It's amazing
in our lifetime.
Yeah, because
in our lifetime. All right.
When we moved on Helen Street in Hamden in '74, that 8-track. I remember that big old thing in the living room, 8-tracks.
8-tracks.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the LPs.
Yeah.
It was funny. I remember before we had cable, everybody had the little rabbit
antennas.
ear. We had to adjust the rabbit ear, at the antenna,
to
try to get the good, show.
Yeah.
Now, look, I remember Hampton was the first one doing cable for New Haven.
Wow.
My friend had cable. We was going to his house to watch cable.
In Hamden. Wow.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So look at technology now. Cable's out. Everything's now is on the internet.
Yeah.
Technology.
Everything. And you could pull things off of the
But I'll tell you what's killing everything, the phones though.
Well,
because everything is on the phone now.
A lot.
And you got the kids on the phone.
Everything for everything.
I mean, they ain't got to
we
learn
just had that
no
conversation,
more.
so yeah.
They got to learn. Everything is on the phone now.
YouTube it.
But back in our day, we had to, we had to learn.
We still have encyclopedias at my mom's.
Okay, we
still have the mantle around the fireplace with all the encyclopedias.
Yeah.
And I remember having to go to those encyclopedias to schoolwork.
Right.
I remember actually having to read it, not audible. Now you could have it read to you. And that's something that, I love reading.
Which is like the telephones. And back in the day, where you had to remember the number in your head. What's so
we would be in trouble if we lose the phone now.
You lose the phone, man. All the numbers are gone.
And most of them are not in phone books. You can't. There's no mobile cell phone book.
Right.
So y'all better data bank some numbers.
Yeah.
And I think that also makes people lose memory too. So, got to exercise your memory more so. So my love to you. Listen, this is my thing. Lady Miller and Pastor are my family. I say this, my pastor cousin. And it's funny, and I'll tell you this story too. My sister used to be up underneath Lady Miller when back in the 70s, 80s, before we moved to Hamden. Now, being under her, feeling like I'm under her, I tease my sister all the time. I said, now I got her. So my sister kind of laughs at that. But I really, it's just like the people in our church are wonderful. We have some wonderful leadership. And I thank my father for bringing me there in 2007. And, I miss him dearly. I know you worked with my dad in Pratt & Whitney. I miss him dearly. I miss him a lot. It's been 5 years now.
Yeah.
It's been 5 years already.
That's right.
January will be 5 years, and there's not a day that I don't miss him. Daddy's girl, and I the kindness that my father always showed me, even through his trials, is one of the things that I thank him for. And every time I talk to somebody that worked with him at Pratt, they always tell me about he was so quiet, and they would always tell me about that. He was quiet, and just the story about his math, because my father, I guess, could look at a part and tell you the dimensions of it. And I thank him for that. That's a gift that I have. I just I know I got my math from my dad because I love numbers.
Okay.
But just working in general at Pratt & Whitney. And how many years?
I was there 42 years.
42 years, yeah.
And I retired,
Yeah, 42 years.
42
retired,
years at Pratt & Whitney.
Yeah.
So that's the good thing too. Everything I've done, I had a job.
Yeah. Really.
Right. Everything I've done, all the radio, all the hollaback, gospel fest, whatever.
Yeah.
I had a
paycheck.
that
full time.
I had a paycheck coming every Thursday.
Yeah.
So nothing my wife could say. I mean, it was like to get a family.
This is what
first.
I want to do. Houses first, and then, it makes it easy. God's like, it's God led. So here, You did what you're supposed to do. You did what you're supposed to do. And here. Now, what you want to do, I got covered. You don't worry about having the money there because I got it, God. God got it. Yeah, God got it.
They got to work, though. People don't want to work. You know, they don't. You know, they want a handout. Mm-hmm. You know, they don't want to work. Just like one day I saw this guy. I'm just gonna tell this fast story.
Go ahead. No, we got time. No, he's not giving me fingers yet. Yeah, it's coming. But
I was going to Walgreens, and I ain't got a problem, you know, giving somebody.
Okay.
I ain't got a problem giving somebody a little, you know, dollar every now and then. So I told this guy, I said, let me go in the store on the way out. I'll give you something, right? Uh-huh. So when I was coming out, he was counting his money. Right?
Wait a minute.
He was counting all his money, right? Then he saw me trying to put it in his pocket. Mm-hmm. And I said, you don't need my money, man. You got more money than I got.
Yeah, is that something? Right?
I said, you're making it bad for everybody else out here.
Oh, Jerry.
You know, I mean, he was embarrassed now because I told him on the way out, I said, I'll give you something on the way out. Mm-hmm. Or you know, which I probably would have, but I caught him counting his money, man. He was still counting. I was like, "What that money you got in your pocket?" I forgot
which one of those movies where the guy jumped in the Mercedes after he was out there in a wheelchair, and the next thing you know, he closed his wheelchair up, and put himself in the Mercedes. One of those things. But listen, I had somebody ask me for money, and then when I told them I didn't have any cash, they said, "Well, I have Cash App." I'm like, "Excuse me."
Yeah, Cash App.
Okay, so you want me to Cash App you? No. I just got in my car. I said, listen, I don't keep cash on me. And I don't have Cash App, you know.
But like I said, people don't want to work, though. They don't want to work. They want to hand out. No. They want somebody to give them something.
But the benefits of hard work.
Yeah.
Benefits of hard work is that we sleep well.
Sleep well.
We continue to sleep well. So let's go out on the showcase for this weekend.
Okay. It's going to be Saturday at the Music Back Then Performing Arts Studio, 221 Bull Hill Lane in West Haven. Doors open at 5 o'clock, and the show will start at 6:15. Mm-hmm. We have Pastor David Wright from New York City coming, and call me at 203-875-0520. Or you can Cash App $84 Plymouth.
$84 Plymouth. I have that right there. $4. I got to do that as soon as we get out of here because I haven't sent yet. But Jerry, I can't tell you how excited, and give my love to the birthday girl at home. Shouts out to Doreen, my door. Happy birthday. Hugs and kisses and love to everybody. And again, Jerry, I thank you and I love you. And of course, you know, I'll see you Sunday.
You got it.
Yeah. And I'll see you Saturday, actually.
Okay.
Probably be there about 7.
Okay.
All right. Thank you again.
All right. God bless you.
God bless you.
All right.
You're listening to MarceyLynn once again on WNHH LP 103.5 FM, your home for community radio.
Thank you, Harry. Happy New Year, y'all.